Welcome to the KATcast. Today we're talking about workplace dynamics. You know, relationships with your coworkers, relationships with your boss. Not those kinds of relationships.
There's a whole lot we can cover here, man. Let me tell you.
Not those kinds of relationships.
This is a never-ending topic.
That's right.
Let me tell you.
Let me ask. Like when someone, let's say like someone wasn't a boss and then they became a boss. It's like, but you were really good friends with that person. Are you still really good friends with that person, or now do you have to kind of like teeter on, maybe there's things I can't talk about with you anymore?
No, because I mean, seriously, that's a totally different dynamic. They're looking at you with a completely different lens now.
You think so?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
you don't think you get favoritism if you're like, but that's my friend though, right there.
No, unfortunately, it'd be nice if that was the case.
Well,
but
yeah.
No, I mean, I've had that situation where, I was friends with somebody and then they became a boss, a manager, whatever you want to call it. And suddenly you need to keep your distance. Mm-hmm. You can't, even if they join like the rest of the gang, everybody goes out to lunch or whatever, and they're there with them, it's like, we got to be careful what we say now.
Yeah,
we just can't be loosey-goosey and free with our thoughts and our words in it, because this person is obligated, whether right or wrong, to, if they see something that,
to narc you out,
they're going to go up higher, Yeah.
But then it's like, but were you my friend to begin with? If you're going to go do that,
I think they were, though. I think they were. That's the thing. And that's why. Let me just tell you guys, I never want to be a manager here. I never want to be an authority. I never want to be in any kind of position of authority, because I like you guys as friends.
Yeah.
And it would not be the same, because you would be looking at me, rightfully so.
Yeah.
You'd be looking at me slightly askew, saying, what's he really thinking? Is he taking notes mentally? Yeah, I don't know.
And that's one of those things. I agree with you. Of like, that's why I don't think I would want to be, because it's like, I value my relationship with my coworkers and everything too much.
Yeah.
That like, even if I would have stepped in, I feel like me as a manager, I probably would go against what upper management would want me to do.
Well,
they'd be like, you need to go talk to him. I'm like, well, I really like this guy, so nah.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron has even said it for years, that I have a complicated relationship with authority. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't tend to like authority, especially right over me. Right over me. It doesn't mean I won't necessarily play the game, but my attitude, a lot of times I'm just...
You're like, we're no longer friends.
A lot of times I'm just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Okay. I'll give lip service or whatever. But
I do agree, though. I think that there's certain things that you no longer can, like, talk about, I think.
You can't.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like that person in upper management is going to feel obligated to be like, take it to someone else.
Yeah.
Or then like, you know what I mean? Or maybe like unknowingly get that person in trouble. And, and then you're like, I can't tell you things now.
You can like your boss, but you can't hang with your boss.
I agree with that.
It's two totally different things. Now, I have had a few bosses in the past where, I had a really good relationship with them, and felt that I could speak freely without judgment,
But you didn't feel you were friends with them.
Not good best friends.
Right.
Yeah.
But, no, I take that back. I've had a few that I was good friends with. But you do have to walk that fine line, because, you see people who are like, maybe out drinking with the boss, partying with the boss. That never ends well.
No.
Never ends well.
I mean, if you want to get a drink with your boss, maybe, but I'm not. I wouldn't like invite my boss over to like a personal party of mine. You know what I mean? That's one of those situations.
Well,
You're not coming over to the close friend group.
And it's like I maintain a distance, and that's out of respect.
Yeah.
Well,
period.
see, and the people partying with the boss, they might think, "Ooh, I'm getting in closer with." Well, you might be to a degree, but that's going to burn you in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're putting yourself. It's just a dangerous...
You're going to say something that you shouldn't say, or you're going to do something that you shouldn't do, and it's going to come down on you hardcore.
I will tell you, I was in a situation years ago. This is before I even started with this company. But a friend, I would say a friend, became a boss, became a supervisor, and the relationship was still okay, but it was still a little bit awkward. Like, again, you can't be buddy-buddy with them. Well, then he left for another company. Okay, and where he became a boss with them. But we kind of still remained kind of friends. Mm-hmm. And he said to me afterwards, then he was free to talk. Okay, he said, hey, listen, I just want you to know, like, a lot of the stuff that when I was over there with you, I didn't agree with any of it that I had to do, but they were making me. And I said, I get that. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
Trying to rebuild that. Wait a minute. I really do like you.
Right,
I need you to understand.
No, I think you're a cool dude. I really do. I just, this company, they made me do this, that, and the other. And I know I made life hell for so many people over there. So I apologize for that. He was basically apologizing. I said, hey, dude, all's forgiven. Don't worry. Just treat your new employees good.
Yeah,
well,
you got to respect that, though. You know what I mean? You got to respect that when he even calls us like, look, I think some of the stuff, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
but they made me do it.
Yeah.
If I wanted to hang on to my job, or my position.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, too. I think if you're in a position like that, I feel like, too, like if you do want to maintain some sort of like still genuine relationship with like your friends, like that you were friends with, it's like... Maybe push back a little bit. Like, I'm not saying you need to do it to where you like lose your job,
right.
But like if something is going on that maybe you actually also disagree with, and like maybe the majority of people, and you can maybe bring it to their attention to be like, well, here's a different way to look at this.
Yeah.
Here and like, you know what I mean, to almost like fight for everyone else.
I see what you're saying, but that's probably easier for us
probably
to say than because again. You rock the boat even a little bit with some again higher management people. You're going to be like, maybe he's not a team player like we thought.
Again, at the end of the day, you want to keep your job, right? So, like, I get
you got a mortgage, you got a family.
That's probably
to raise,
a scare that most people are like, oh, I can't do that because I want my job.
Exactly. Yeah. And now, again, just a reason why I'd never want to be a boss.
So I was management once at one place, and everything was fine and dandy unless I actually needed something. So you'd have to call the corporate manager, could never get a hold of her. She would never email back. She would never call back. And then finally I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous, because like every little thing that they wanted to nitpick about, it would come to me. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I could never get a hold of her. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to be your fall guy.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. And so I put in a 2-week notice via voicemail because she wouldn't answer anything. The night of my last night, she calls, I just got your voicemail. What do you mean? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
It's been sitting in voicemail for 2 weeks.
Exactly.
I'm sure you saw the notification. Maybe you're just now listening to it.
Either that or you need to change carriers. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, well, what can we do? And I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
When I make up my mind about something, I just do it.
Yeah, and that's another thing being a boss or like upper management. It's like you also have to deliver the unfortunate news, and it's one of those where you're like, don't shoot the messenger, but it's like it inevitably happens, right? It inevitably
it's
like,
the worst.
It's your fault. And be like, well, I guess I'm taking the blame for this, but I'm not the one making these decisions.
You also have situations, and see if this has ever happened to you in your job. Okay, you have other employees, coworkers, who are just phoning it in. Mm-hmm. They're just there to collect a paycheck. That's it. They'll do a minimal amount of work.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, management never sees it. Or if they do, they seem to not care. And so the other coworkers' lack of doing what they're supposed to puts more work on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like the one, do you want to go to management and narc them out? I don't.
Well,
I don't want to face. You know what I mean?
These are the same people that will walk around all day and be like, "Oh, I'm so busy. I have so much to do, and I'm not doing anything extra. I'm not." But they have time for whatever reason to go around and waste everybody else's time.
Start up a useless conversation or whatever. Yeah.
Just hang in your office.
But again, the boss has never seen to know it. It's like, what are you not noticing? Yeah. Are you choosing that you do know it, but you don't want to make?
I see what you're saying, or like they phone in on some other people where it's like, oh, you didn't do this and this. It's like, well, what are all the stuff I am doing, and what about these other people that aren't doing what? Like everyone else is just skating by, collecting the check, and yet somehow I'm held to the same standard. You know what I mean? Why aren't they held to the same standard as me?
It's like if I'm able to listen, tell me, am I able to phone it in? Because if I am, that's going to make my life around here a whole lot easier.
You're telling me I can do that and be just fine?
So we're
and keep in mind, we're not talking about our work. Like we all had a long storied history, all kinds of different places.
We've all seen this.
What we're saying is, you and I and everybody, we've all seen these things happen before.
Yeah. You're not alone. If you feel that way, trust me, it happens in like every workplace.
We're talking about workplace dynamics, relationship between employees and bosses and managers. between coworkers. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we just got the memo. In fact, this is the second time now. Okay.
Or maybe third time.
Please clean up the bathroom. Okay. And I think it's mostly directed at the guys, honestly. I think women generally keep bathrooms a little neater.
I think so. No, that's not the case.
Not the case.
But it's like, hey, clean up after yourself, work on your aim, whatever, It's like, don't leave it a mess. Now, I'm just speaking for myself. I do clean up.
Yes,
I mean,
me too.
even if my aim is off, I will make sure I clean it, okay?
Yeah.
Well, my thought is, look, okay, we got clients and stuff that come into our office
exactly.
a lot. Listeners will
Can
come
I use
in.
your restroom?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
And it's like,
oh, no, I'll wait till I leave. It's
yeah,
okay.
it's like I don't want the restroom looking bad for
Right.
people. Like to me, I take care of the work bathroom like it's my own bathroom. If I have guests coming over, they don't need to be seeing a horror story inside the toilet. You know what I'm saying? They don't have some sort of respect.
Hey, was there a murder in your bathroom? I just want to point it out,
When you open the door and the lights sitting there twinkling, you're like, it's like a horror movie.
It's like something out of a Stephen King flick.
Yeah.
No, between that and like the mess on the counter in the break room, it's like, y'all, I didn't have kids, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So why am I constantly cleaning up like I've got a bunch of old kids?
You put in your time at work. That's what
It's
it is.
ridiculous.
Kevin's not wrong. I think this is like we got another third email about bathroom
I know.
etiquette.
And you know what? That's kind of, I will tell you too, that's got to be an awkward one to write. Because again, going back to I wouldn't want to be a manager or a boss. You don't want to, we're talking adults here.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking people in their 30s, 40s, 50s. You don't want to be having to treat them as children.
Hey,
but you have to
This
write
isn't
this
elementary
email
school. It's like,
that-
all right, do we need to teach if you can't get into the bowl, maybe sit down.
I have
Maybe.
offered to teach a women's class on the simple art of plunging a toilet because it's really not that hard. Really not.
That's the worst. man.
Maybe people are embarrassed or scared that they're going to just clog it more or something. But I'm like, do you not know how to use a plunger?
take-
Maybe
Lesson
we
one,
need to
get
do
a plunger. Lesson two, put your back
Maybe we need to
into
have a
it
meeting.
as you
Now,
plunge.
okay, it does depend on how high the water is originally, because sometimes just the act of putting the plunger in makes the water rise
For sure.
like to the edge. So that's a dangerous situation.
Oh, yeah.
But most of the time that I've seen, somebody has just overstuffed the
too
toilet
much.
with toilet paper, and the water's at a reasonable level.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't just walk out of it, leave it like that. You know what I mean?
I swear, I went in one time. The water was this close to the brim. This close to the brim. And I'm like,
What am I supposed to do with this?
It's like you're just very slowly putting the plunger in, and you're like,
It's almost like get a cup and start bailing it out first into the sink. And
we're taking all water.
So I've worked at places before, that's all about customer service, and there's nothing worse than coming across an overflowing toilet. It is the worst feeling, and it's even worse when A, it's not your mess, and B, you're the one that's got to clean it up.
See, I'll go so far
Not
too as
cool.
like if
And
we're
somebody
like.
clearly had burritos before.
Yeah.
I'll go so far as like if we've like out of paper towels, we have this little supply closet. I'll go in and just replace it myself. 'Cause I'm like,
I do the
I
same.
can't be
It's
the
like-
only person that's like, I want to dry my hands off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
or
like
you use
everyone.
the last square of toilet paper on the roll, and you're just like, oh, well.
Yeah.
You know what? I have to panic though, because this has happened where you need to use the toilet. There's nothing. We have one of those double ones.
Oh, yes.
Where they have two rolls in the dispenser, but both of those are empty, and you glance behind you. Please God, let there be some on the bowl on the tank. Oh my God, there's not. Then you have a cabinet across. I'm gonna get up. Oh, thank God, there's one in the cabinet.
So you got to do the awkward duck walk.
I've done that, where you sit there, you gotta just walling over. You're like,
Yep.
I hope there's one roll in here.
All I need
Has it been replaced?
Because here's the thing, you don't want to be we do have paper towels available. You're not supposed to put those in the toilet.
You don't want to use those. yeah.
But here's the thing, you don't want to be in the situation where you're in the bathroom and needing to call somebody for help.
To be fair,
Kevin's had to call me before.
I was going to say, to be fair, I'd be comfortable calling one of you. Like if I'm on,
We talk about his stuff enough
We
that it
do.
wouldn't be.
We do.
guys, I'm on the can. I need some help.
awkward.
All right.
Oh, we always know when Jordan is in there because he's on the phone, he's laughing, he's like, so he's conducting business, Jordan J business on the.
Listen,
Just don't ever, if you ever call me, please don't ever say, oh yeah, I'm in the bathroom. No, I don't want to know.
I know.
I don't want to know.
Well, listen, sometimes people need something or whatever, and that's I'll take a phone call. I'll be like, yeah. Oh, hey, listen, yeah, give me about 5 minutes. I won't say what I'm doing, but
Billy actually called me on Friday, and he's like, "Yo, where are you at?" And I go, "Bathroom," and I flush the toilet. He's like, "No."
That's gonna live in my brain forever.
My wife will never. She'll be like, I can't. I'm going to the bathroom and I can't talk. I'm like, just mute the phone or something. It's like, what are you nervous
Billy,
about?
everybody poops, everybody pees. I'm sorry.
It's very, very true. Yeah. And here's the thing too. We have, and again, we have private bathrooms here. So we have 2 men's rooms, private, just lock the door, and 2 women. Okay. For some reason, and I know they're doing this out of politeness, but people felt the need to, after they were done in the men's room,
destroying it.
Especially if it stunk, they would walk out and close the door behind them with the fan on. Okay, but when you do that, nobody knows if there's somebody in the bathroom an hour or 2 later. Yeah. And nobody wants to do the,
Oh, I don't mind.
Anybody in here? Nobody wants to do that. So I put a sign up at the door that says, "Please do not close the door when you leave the bathroom. Thank you." And so far, it's fixed the problem. Nobody does that.
For sure.
There's not a lot of women that work here. There's more men than women. But it never fails. Anytime I got to use the facilities, there's somebody in the upstairs bathroom and somebody in the downstairs bathroom.
It is so true.
Every single time.
And Aaron is famous for... Listen, I don't know whoever's using the bathroom here, but they got some kind of herbal diet going on because it's awful.
I do. It does. It seems like every time Erin needs to use the bathroom, that's how it is. She'll be like, I'm just going to use the men's.
We've said you can use the men's.
And I'll be like, how clean is it?
No, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
It's she goes, I know, you guys mess up the floor and everything.
Listen, at least after me and Kevin, it'll be quite a pleasant experience going in there. So.
I'll look at how long my jeans are. If I wore my extra long jeans and they drag the floor, I will skip it.
Yeah,
but if
it's
I'm
probably
not,
a good call.
okay, that's cool.
This is where women learn to hover, if they're young in their life.
Those squats at the gym coming in.
Early in their life.
I've tried to do that one time, and I was like burning so bad. I'm like, how do you ladies do that? I don't know. It's
Lots
a skill.
of practice.
It's a skill.
Yeah.
I knew this was going to eventually get into bathroom stuff because, again, bathroom stuff is universal at work.
It really is.
And if you're blessed to have multiple bathrooms, man, count your blessings. Because,
That's right.
There are places that only have one.
You stay there
bathroom.
until you retire.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sorry, what is your bathroom policy here?
Even better if you have like multiple stalls in like one bathroom, right? Seriously, we have it's very private bathrooms. You got your one and done kind of situation. Yeah. So whoever's in there, they're in there. They're holding you hostage until you're like, come on, get in there.
There's times I just want to play the Jeopardy theme. It's like, I'm middle-aged now.
Can you see in an interview situation, do you have any questions for us now? Yeah, how many bathrooms do you have here, first of all?
I've been on air for hours. I've been holding
That's one of the interview questions.
Is there a problem we should know about beforehand, before we hire you? I do need to be in there about every hour and a half, just so you know. Wow. Actually, that's not too far from the truth.
Smokers take breaks every for 5 minutes or so. I need the bathroom every 15.
There you go.
My gosh. Yeah, no, somebody recently we had a guest here. And somebody had to use the bathroom. He said, "Could I use your bathroom?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's right around the corner there." And my first thought was, "Please be clean," because I didn't know I hadn't used it for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there were probably situations where somebody has walked in, and even that memo that we were talking about that mentions that, hey, we have guests that come here, clients and whatnot. Yes. Please put a good foot forward with the bathroom.
All I'm saying is anything that comes to the office, like if you treat your home that way, I hope you don't. I hope you treat your office like you do your house. It's a place that you live. You're at it just about as much as you are at your house.
Probably more actually.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So in some
respect
cases,
what you use.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Now we're talking about our relationships at work, coworkers and bosses and everything. What is and then there's something that happens in a lot of places, micromanaging. It's the worst, man. And again, I
don't perform well under micromanaging. It shuts me down. It makes me I feel miserable.
Oh yeah.
I will tell you a quick story. I was working in Concord, New Hampshire. And I had 4 great years there working at a top 40 station. And we owned the market, #1, blah, blah, blah. Okay. One of the other stations in the market, was owned by another company, and they offered me a ton of money to go to Albany, New York, because they liked the show, and hey, can you bring this to Albany? Okay, yeah. So I left there, and this was in 2000, and immediately the program director there started micromanaging me. Like it was a successful show I had going on in New Hampshire. And let's bring that over here instead. Bigger market, more money, blah, blah, blah. And started trying to change everything about me and my show.
Oh, no.
And I was miserable, absolutely miserable. I was like, why did I leave? Why did I leave? It was a good lesson. Number one, that money is not always the top priority. But it was just like why, if you liked that, are you now trying to make me do this instead? And it was not me. It wasn't my personality. So I didn't last a real long time there, and I moved on. So, but micromanaging is like the worst. If you trust a person to do a job, let them do it.
That's what I say. It's like
they might not do it exactly the way you would or want, but if the job is getting done, if you're getting the desired results, let them do it.
Yeah, it's like, did you hire me? You hired me, right? Then trust me to do what you're asking me to do, but you don't need to like every little thing. Maybe I don't do it exactly your way, but I'm still getting it done. Right. Let me do. It's like, come on. You don't have to be that nitpicky about everything.
But then let's talk about the positives. Some of the good friendships that have come out of people that you work with.
Oh, for sure. Lifelong friendships.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're the best. Look, you all are the best part of where I love what we do. I really do. But I was like, hanging out with you all is more fun than what we do. Like,
we do
it really is.
It's true. I mean, I've been in this business 45 years, and I'm telling you, I've got probably a dozen people that I used to work with or whatever, and have now either moved on or retired or still stay in touch with them, still friends, still laugh about all kinds of stuff that used to go on in our lives. And radio, actually, I will tell you, tends to build a bond like that because it's different than any other business. It
really is.
It's not like we're selling copiers or something. Not that that's a bad thing. No. I'm just saying.
We just got done with our radiothon, so we spent we worked well over 13, 14-hour days. You know what I mean? So you either like the people, and if you don't like people you work with,
you'll be miserable.
You ain't working 14 hours with them. You know what I mean? So you really do have to enjoy the people that you're around.
It's very true.
Yeah, because if not, you will be 100% miserable.
Yeah. And like what you mirrored, it's like sometimes being happy and with your coworkers is more important sometimes than like buku tons of money.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, I see you guys,
being miserable.
I see you guys more than I see the husband. I see you guys more than I see my friends.
For sure.
The rest of my family. So, if I didn't like you guys, it would be a rough go.
Miserable.
It would be.
Exactly. No one wants to be in that situation.
To be in a situation where you are working with people that you actually like, that you can call friends, even outside work, man, that you are right in the sweet spot there.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's better because it's like you're just friends working all together for one goal. You know what I mean? That's the best part about it.
Absolutely.
And I can tell, just the three of us, okay? I mean, to a degree, it extends to other people too, but mostly the three of us, we can laugh and joke about just about anything.
True.
It's so true.
Some of the stuff we laugh at, we could not do on here. But I'm just telling you, use your imagination, and it's probably accurate.
We all three know probably too much about each other and each other's lives. It's great.
Yes, we share far too much.
HR doesn't exist between us three.
if I told my wife some of the stuff we joke about, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you shouldn't do it." I go, "Nah, trust me, they love it. It's okay."
She'd be horrified.
So if you have any work stories, if you got any tales from where you work, if you don't want us to use your name, we won't. But hey, let us know. We'd love to be in on it with you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can always email catcountry@mailzimmer.com to do that.
Yeah, and be sure you subscribe too, because we've got the video podcast right here, of course, and that is on YouTube and also on 943cat.com, but we also have the audio, which is available all over the place. You got Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all those.
And Apple's about to do the video. They're even doing video podcasting. So eventually, even you have the option. You want audio or video? You got both. We're doing both.
But regardless of where you're watching or listening, what should they do, Aaron?
They should subscribe.
Please do.
Hit that subscribe button wherever it is, and you'll know whenever we do a new episode of the KATcast. There you go. Thank you for watching this edition of the Cat Country KATcast.